Hey guys, welcome back to the Anderson Family Channel. It's Miss Angel Baby on the stream. Miss Angel Baby on the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the family. Hit the notification bell. All that. I got a real interesting topic for us today, and I wanted to talk about it. Fake friends versus real friends. I'm sure a lot of us can relate. Make sure y'all hit the like button. You guys are welcome to leave your comments, opinions, thoughts, whatever. It's fine. So it's a few of y'all up in here. So it's gonna be online. So I'll just go ahead and get started. So we're gonna be talking about fake friends versus real friends. So basically, how I see it is how I title it is with friends like this, who needs enemies? First of all, it's awkward in itself to even meet people. I know for me it is. I'm usually like the quiet one, you know, I'm real shy and I usually just don't go up to people and meet people. People usually come to me, it's just kind of an awkward situation. Um, but yeah, there's some really weird people out there, fake friends. Um, for instance, there's those friends out there that could be too clingy, always want to be in your business, always want to be around you. You got to kind of watch them. Those are what I like to call kind of the obsessed friends. Then, you have the friends that are nosy. Well, that's the same thing. Same thing. Tell everybody business. Telling everybody's business. That is the big thing. You know, you know somebody and they telling everybody's business. You think they're not going to be telling your business? Shoot. Yeah. They will be telling your business. That is for sure. For sure. And the one that really irks me, and I know a lot of y'all can relate, people only want to be around you when they want something. Only want to be around you when they want something. That's happened to me plenty of times. It seems like everybody that I've met, except for maybe one person that I could truly say didn't treat me like that. But yeah, and it's really weird too because with friends, you gotta set boundaries. You gotta set boundaries. It's weird. It's like almost like you gotta set boundaries. Like if you in a relationship or something. Another thing, always begging. Mm-mm. Always begging, don't never have nothing to come to the forefront with. So that's like, oh, let me see if I had any instance like that. Let me see. Yes, all the time. Can I get some sugar? What you cooking for dinner? And oh my God, those friends that live next door to you. No, I've had such a bad experience with those kind of friends. Those kind of friends, they like to be around you all the time. They never give you a break. And especially if you got a man, you know what I'm saying? That's happened to me plenty. My husband's like, look, you have a family, you know what I'm saying? And you always hanging out with your friends. And back then, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So when you mature, you kind of look back on stuff and you just realize, like, damn, that's crazy. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was one of them people that, like, literally, For instance, I had this one friend. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story time. I had this one friend, right? And she was kind of weird. But anyway, it was like she would have other friends that I didn't know, right? And when they came around, she would act completely different. Um, she would be like, "Oh, she finna go." They would go to be like, "Oh, they're gonna go to the club." Wouldn't invite me, and I'm like, "Dang." But I thought about it. I was like, "Why was that?" I was like, "Because back then, like my self worth was, you know what I'm saying, was like I didn't have no self worth. Like anybody that wanted to basically be around me, I would allow it. You know what I'm saying? Just so I would have someone to talk to, or you know what I mean? And that's crazy. Like, but this stuff, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is like maybe a few years ago. Like for the past couple of years, I've been working on my self worth. I've been doing therapy, and a lot's changed. So, for instance, and oh my goodness, let me give y'all this little rundown, this little story time right here. Okay, so I had this other friend, right? And we were real cool. We were like so freaking cool. Like we did everything together. We was cool. It was certain things that she would do though, like where I kind of felt like maybe she was like flirting with my man or whatever. But I'm thinking maybe it's just, I don't know. But anyway, make a long story short, we got real close, and basically we weren't close no more. We fell out. So, when you fall out with people, you say things sometimes that you might not even mean, you know what I mean? You'll say things that will hurt somebody, and you really not realizing that. So we stopped talking. Literally, y'all, it was about probably like a year and a half later. I called this girl back, and I was like apologizing to her. And I've never done that before, but this friendship right here, I felt like this friendship was worth trying to save. So I apologized, and I wanted us to like kind of see if we could, get our friendship back. Okay, you know what this girl straight up was like? It's been almost 2 years. She was like, basically just like, nah, like let that go. Like I don't want to have nothing to do with you, whatever. So I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? Y'all, tell me why this same chick, literally like 3 months ago, she saw us on YouTube. She was like, haha, you so funny, whatever, acting like nothing ever happened. Then she sends me a DM on Facebook, and she was like, yeah, you're doing good, you're gonna go far, a long way, whatever. I can see your success. And she goes, I pray for you, I always pray for you. And I'm like, cool. And then she was like, I want to talk to you. And I'm thinking, all of a sudden, now you want to talk to me? You want to be cool with me? Like, now you want to be cool with me. But before, when I was at my lowest, you didn't want to have nothing to do with me. That just really, really, that's crazy. And then when I was friends with this girl, like, I don't know if she would ever like calm me, but like, this girl was the kind of person that, like, she was like, she didn't care. Like, she would take some money. If, for instance, let me give y'all a little example. One day, me and my husband, we went to the grocery store with her, and we was driving up. We put up in the front, and she was like, "Stop!" And then my husband had stopped. And I didn't know what she was talking about. You know, this girl literally got out the car, picked up a wallet, and the dude came up to her. It was a lady husband. It was like a little purse wallet. The dude came up to her and was like, "That's my wife's." And then she was like, "No, it's not shit." And he was like, "Yes, it is," or whatever. And she was like, "Well, how do I know? You know what I'm saying, that it's yours or whatever." And I'm sitting here and I'm shocked, y'all. I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn. I told my husband, I was like, don't be waiting. I was like, go. I was like, that was so messed up. Y'all have no idea how embarrassed I was. Like I was so embarrassed. And then not just that, you know what I'm saying? She the kind of person that really don't work. Of course, we're not saying no names because we ain't snitching. These are just examples. She don't work, but she always get an income tax check. She always make it happen. Let's put it that way. So yeah, so I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, this girl be about money. You know what I'm saying? She trying to use me. She trying to use me because now she see me on YouTube when she think I got some money. So now she want to use me. So that's exactly why I was like, buddy, I ain't got right now. I don't have no friends. Remember the last time someone actually called me on my phone and was like, "How are you doing? How was your day? Hello, HBIC." Yeah, but so yeah, so I know I'm like, this girl, she trying to use me. She is trying to use me, and the thing y'all, I have no idea what happened. I am back. Ugh. But anyway, I have no clue what happened. Said something about my internet. I am in the back though, so I'm in the back room, and it's kind of far from the box. Even though I am using my phone, but still, I'll be running off my Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Say them gigabytes for when like I go out or something. So anyway, Yeah, so well this chick, yeah, so and this is the same chick, like, oh my goodness, you gotta watch these. Like she went to church every freaking Sunday. Every Sunday she went to church. But she was like doing the most. Doing the most. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all could relate, you know. You could really relate. And you really gotta be watching these chicks around your man. Let's emphasize that. Y'all ever have a friend or somebody that come around and they get real extra when your man is there? They're like extra. They're like, you know what I'm saying? They don't usually act the way, you know what I'm saying? Like a little bit kind of flirty, like giggly and all that. You gotta watch those kind. Yeah, those kind, you gotta watch them. And then especially one that's always asking you about your man. Those ones, yes, yes, yes. You gotta watch them. And here's another thing I hate, y'all. You ever on the phone with somebody and you're having a conversation with somebody and all they do is talk about their self and you literally can't get a word in. And if you do talk about yourself, this is something I cannot stand. If you this is a competitive friend. If you do talk about yourself, if you say something like, yeah, you know, I just got this house and I'm about to move or whatever, she'd be like, and then she'll say, yeah, I this and I that. And every time you say something about yourself, it's well, girl, well, you know, I'm about to get a bigger house or you know what I mean, or whatever. Those ones are very annoying. You gotta watch those. Big time. Always gotta set healthy boundaries. See, I'm saying people would think I'm crazy. That's why I ain't got no friends. Because they will think I'm literally crazy. Because if you want to be my friend, we gotta have a sit down. We gotta have a sit down and there's gotta be some rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might even pull up a contract or something. I don't know. But there's gotta be some rules if we're gonna be friends. Because people are just not to be trusted nowadays. Yes, some rules. Now, I've had a friend, she's no longer here, rest in peace, but like this girl used to steal from me all the freaking time. All the time. You're probably like, how she steal from you all the time? We used to work together. And this time I was a housekeeper. I was a housekeeper. Yep, I was a housekeeper, and I was a good one too. Not for no hotel. These were like apartments, like weekly apartments. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 bedrooms, 1 bedrooms, and studios. But yeah. But anyway, so this girl, she literally like you know those things that you have that are for like if you find needles, and we used to always find needles. You find needles, anything hazardous. You know what I mean? Like she stole that off my card. Um, and the reason being was because this is another story too. But this girl was a user. You know what I'm saying? And she had friends that use. You know what I mean? And they needed those needles. But one day I had went over there to ask her for something and I seen my damn thing in her damn cabinet. First, she denied it when I asked her about it. And then I told her, I'm like, look, I seen this. I didn't say nothing right away because I couldn't believe it. So I was that kind of person too, like to where like I really don't say nothing right away. So that's it starts building up and building up. So she was sitting up there like basically like I didn't do it, like making me feel like I'm crazy. So I basically told her like you lying. I was like, you got such and such time to put it back, or I'm gonna go to the boss. Because if OSHA comes and that hazardous container is not on my cart, I'm going to get fined. And I would lose my job as well too. So she had ended up putting it back. Another thing she tried to do. I remember one time I was in the bath. I was in 2 bedrooms. and I was cleaning the tub. She walked in and she was talking to me or whatever. I'm like, yeah, what you doing? Blah blah blah. So I heard something jiggling, and I had like this little heart. It was on my keychain. My husband had gave it to me. It was like had these little stones in it. It was so pretty, and it looked like a little keychain. It wasn't really a keychain though. It was like a necklace charm, but I put it on my key, and I heard something jiggling. And this thing is like super duper strong. Like it looks like you can open it up and like put a picture in it, but it wasn't made for that. It just looked like that. So I come to pick up my keys, and what happens? My damn charm literally falls apart, y'all. Literally falls apart. This girl was in there in the kitchen. My keys was on the table. She was jiggling with my keys, and she was trying to take my damn pendant off of my keys. So me again. I didn't say nothing right away, but I couldn't really hold it in because I was so angry. Like that's what I would do. Like I would like just ignore you or whatever, or I wouldn't talk to you, or I have an attitude instead of just saying what is wrong. Like just saying it. You know what I mean? So eventually, I confronted her. She lied about that. I told my husband. He was so pissed. He was done with her. Like he was like, I don't want her in my house. I don't want her nowhere. Like just nowhere near nothing. So, but she came by one night and she had like this little pendant. It was like a little turtle. I remember it was like, it was a cute little pendant. And my husband was like, we leaving. She like came in the house, whatever. He told her she had to go. I was like, he was like really upset, really, really upset. But yeah, but besides all that, what I'm saying? She was doing other stuff. And back then, what I'm saying? That's another story that got a lot of stuff I could talk to y'all about. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, I got caught up. But, and like I said, y'all know that I don't know if everybody knows, but yeah, I'm a recovering alcoholic. Um, I've been sober since February 7th, 2021, from drinking alcohol. So, and what made me stop? Um, I actually had a friend who I worked with that was going through some issues at work, and he drank, and he didn't wake up. His mom found him, and he was dead. So yeah. And then they had called us at work and told us what happened. And his mom came to the job and got his stuff. Literally that day I started feeling real sick. So like that day I went home and like I don't know, like I started drinking like crazy. And something just told me like you need to go get help. So, you know, I went, just put my pride aside for the seventh time though, y'all. This was like the seventh time in 2 years that I had been to detox rehab. So yeah, I go to my same place. They know me already. Hmm, that's crazy. But yeah, so I get, I'm sobering up or whatever. But I'm in they call it like detox, but basically what it is, if you go to like, it's kind of like a mental institution, sort of, not like a mental asylum, but it's like where people go who have like depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. They put people who are recovering with people like that because it all like mental illness and like alcoholism and all that stuff. It kind of go hand in hand. So you have to work on like a lot of stuff with that. So yeah, I went in there and I got clean or whatever. But how it all ended was I had got into it with my roommate. And I don't want to go into it because it's a long story, but I got into it with my roommate, and basically what ended up happening was I ended up serving her with a two-piece. And the police came to the hospital. Yes, they came to the hospital. They tricked me and told me somebody wanted to talk to me. I went out there in the hallway. There was two cops out there. They asked me, if I want to talk about what happened. I told them I don't know what you're talking about. And they just said, well, look at the cameras, and they arrested me. So I'm like, okay. So I go down and I mean, basically I was already out anyway. I was all the way in so I'm in Arizona, for those of you who don't know. So I was all the way out in like Gilbert, Arizona. And before I even got to Phoenix, my bond was already posted because I had did court out there. So, but yeah, when I got out, I went back to court. The judge was like, "You gonna serve 30 days in jail, but it's a suspended sentence." I'm like, "Okay, cool." They're like, "You gonna be on probation for a year," and they're like, "You got to do anger management and you got to do therapy." But I was already doing therapy for when I got out of I was already gonna do therapy when I got out of detox. But yeah, and ever since then, I did my therapy, my anger management. You know what I mean? And I stopped drinking. Got a new outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? Got my confidence back. Started building up my confidence, and that's another thing too. Like when that ex friend, when she reached out to me, if I wasn't like working on myself, y'all, like the old me, you got to drink my lemonade. The old me would have been like, "Hey, girl," just knowing in my heart and in my mind that this girl don't want to have nothing to do with me at all. Now, a lot of people, I'm just telling you, a lot of people can relate. I think this topic is very relatable, and I'm gonna be doing more topics, different topics. Another thing too, you guys ever have a friend to where you do something so exciting and you so excited, and they sit there and they be like, "Oh, cool." Anybody can do that though. Like, anybody can do that. Instead of just saying, "Oh my God, girl, you the shit. You did it." And that's on period. Hey, And draining energy. Draining freaking energy. Draining energy. I don't want nobody around me that's gonna be negative and that's gonna drain my energy. You know what I mean? Me though, I literally, you guys, I avoid like people. I will avoid people because they're so draining. They can be negative. A lot of people can be very negative. So I just tend to like try to stay to myself. And it's been working though. Like, and I don't like to watch negative stuff on television either. Like when there's something that happens and it's like real negative, like I'll listen to it one time, but like as far as I keep hearing it over and over and over, it's like, I don't like that. Not at all. Then you always have that one friend that's always doing emotional dumping. You know what I mean? They're always dumping their issues on you, and you're like, whoa, I got something I want to talk about too, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much, oh my goodness, the three friendship, like I said, that's I want to talk a little bit more about that. The three friendship thing does not work. It does not work at all. It's all somebody's always going to be the outcast. Somebody's always going to be the outcast. And the real thing that is really crazy too, y'all, you ever been around somebody and let's just say you like them, they cool, but somebody they associate with is not so cool, but they're still dealing with them, or someone that let's just say someone that you flat out don't like, they don't like you, y'all let it be known, and then you got this person in the middle trying to be friends with both of y'all. Yeah, that doesn't work either. That's really, really fake energy. But yeah, just wanted to bring out a lot of points that I think a lot of us ignore, a lot of red flags. a lot of times because we don't want to be lonely or whatnot. But you know, when you learn to love yourself and you build up your self worth, um, you see things a lot different. Now, me, do I miss having friends? To be honest, like no, or fake, or just people around. Because I can't even say really say friends. Do I miss having like someone I can talk to and call? No, I really don't. To be honest, because I'm like literally so busy all the time, and I just don't have time for anybody else. I really don't. Really don't. Oh my goodness, I tell y'all this is before I go off and to get off of here, because I mean I'm just talking, talking, talking. So yeah. But there, I guess y'all don't got no comments. But anyway, um, so there's this. I'm gonna give y'all this little scenario. So I guess it's like a subliminal whatever to this person. So, but I already cut this person off, like maybe a week ago. But I hadn't been talking to this person, but this person I know from like years ago. And I have been thinking about cutting this person off because every time, and I'm gonna tell y'all, this is weird. Okay, I will go, and I know it's like, oh, it's stupid, but no, it's not stupid because I'll be thinking like, nah, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Okay, every time I will post something right on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't acknowledge it, she wouldn't heart it or nothing. But let my husband, thank you, Latrice. If you have anything that relates, you relatable, you could go ahead and put it down and we can talk about it. But anyway, yeah, so what was I talking about? I'll be getting sidetracked, y'all. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so she was like you know, hearting the hearting my husband's stuff. Not mine, my husband's. Liking my husband's stuff, y'all. And I'm like, are you serious? But you don't like my stuff? How does that work? Like I really don't get that. But anyway, so like, and not just that, this person, oh, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all. She might be listening, but I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but I'm just gonna tell you, okay, so this friend, like we were literally friends since like we was like younger, you know what I'm saying? Like we was real close. So like so much stuff happened. You know what I mean? I remember like as we started getting older, I remember this instant where it was like her birthday. It was me, her, and we was and her dude. You know what I'm saying? We was all kicking it. Well, I mean, this girl, like, I feel like she's so delusional about her man. But anyway, her man was saying something about how he was. Well, we all sitting up there watching the movie. I'll never forget. We was watching Friday, and we were like on the floor. They were on like on one side. He was telling her as we was watching the movie, he was reaching over and touched my chest. And I'm like sitting up there like, this is when they broke up, though. He's saying all this stuff to her. You know what I'm saying? At the time, we kind of younger, he immature. She gonna really come to me with it. I'm like, you was sitting right there, right there. Like, how are you gonna sit there and ask me that question? Okay. So here's another thing too. Okay, this girl, I went to go see her at her place. She stayed at the time. She was staying in a little studio. I ain't seen her in a while. So mind you, a studio. Y'all already know, like everything's right there in front of you. The girl never went to the bathroom. She never did nothing. She was sitting right in front of me. I left, and apparently her rent money order came missing. But she had her baby daddy at the time. That you know what I'm saying, that was in and out. You know what I'm saying, he was being abusive and all this stuff, and cheating on her, and you know what I'm saying, like he would do some shit like that, basically. She literally asked me, I'm like, are you serious? And even her grandmother told her, you're stupid. You're dumb. She was like, you know it was that nigga. You know that she would not do that to you. And that right there, I never really got over that shit. And then not just that, every time like I'm saying, oh, I seen your man or whatever, I told her one day, oh yeah, I seen your baby daddy. First thing she said was, did he try to get with you? Did he try to talk to you? I'm like, why would you say that? No, no. His homeboy did, but like, no. No, he did it. But yeah, so I figure I'm like, damn, why you always accusing me? Why are you always asking me? Why are you always, being suspecting me about your man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because you'll do it to me. That's why. You would do it to me. And then she would like, it's weird too. Because like she would ask my husband questions like, okay, well, what would you do if he said you a man, you know what I'm saying? What would you do if this and that or like, you know what I'm saying? Basically trying to figure out like how her man is toward her, you know what I'm saying, through asking my husband. I'm like, start making me think, girl, you probably want my man. I'm like, nuh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope. And I'm gonna be straight up, like, nah. Mm-mm. I'm I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, I trust my man, but it's just a simple fact that you shouldn't have to go through that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to sit here and worry about somebody who's your so-called friend if they're gonna be creeping on your man. Period. At all. And then my husband has even told me, like this person, right? Okay. For instance, this person will have parties. You know what I'm saying? She got kids. She would have parties for her kids. And she would not fucking invite me. She would not invite my kids. She would sit there and say, oh, we just went here as a family and all this and that shit. Then you would see like, you know what I'm saying? You would see different shit, pictures and shit. You would see shit other places and be like, damn. That's happened to me a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'll sit there and I invite you to what we got going on, but you don't want to sit there and invite us. You know what I'm saying? And that was because like at the time, I guess that's what I accepted in my life. You know what I mean? My self-worth was low. So I felt like, well, you just get what you get. You lucky that anybody want to have anything to do with you at all. You know what I mean? So you just be lucky that they come around when they do or they call you when they do. And I can't believe that was my mentality. That's a very sick mentality that I had. And I feel like I just abused myself so bad and allow other people to abuse me as well. So that could be another thing too, to why I am just choosing to be away from people, because I know in some sense it is kind of healthy to socialize, but I'm still working on that, like, trying to figure out like who's real and who's not. So maybe sometimes I can come off as a biatch because I automatically just be like, you know what? I assume you're full of shit. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean? Like I don't really take much from people, but I really don't like going back and forth. My thing is, like, I don't know if you guys ever noticed when somebody like says something about me, has some beef about me, whatever. I just usually like to try to do that shit one time and just be done. You know what I mean? That should just be draining and negative. Period. Ain't nobody got time for that. And family members too, y'all. Mm-mm. Let's not talk about family members. They could be even worse. I don't talk to nobody in my family. Nobody. Not on my daddy's side. Not on my mama's side. I don't talk to nobody. Well, I talked to my cousin. Well, never mind. I got a cousin in Chicago that I talked to. Actually, I talked to her last week. Hey, Shandy. Actually, I did. I talked to her last week for a few. She did tell me, she sent me an inbox. She was like, I know you a diva, but she was like, call your family, you know what I mean? And then I get on the phone. The first thing I told her was, I'm about to go live. I felt so bad. I'm like, I only got a few minutes. I'm about to go live. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we have great conversations. We could both relate. We talk a lot about, a lot of things that go on in the family. Like I said though, family be worse. Like I done had some of the worst betrayals by people in my family, y'all. Okay, listen to this. This is what's so aggravating. What gives family members the right to go tell your business? You ever have a family member where something happens in the family and then you fucking go somewhere and then they're like, yeah, I'm sorry about what happened to da 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 da. And it's like, damn, you going around telling everybody my business. Family be the worst. Then you got that grandma. Mm, I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but I had a grandmother that was like, she'll sit up and everybody that come through the house, if it's something about you that day, everybody that come through the house, she gonna tell that story. Everybody gonna know, no matter what it is. And it'd be some stuff that just be like, damn, be crazy. And then I told you I would kind of share, I guess, it really is kind of a little bit off topic, but I guess I will share a little bit about my mom. Let me see. I have a friend, 20 years. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so that's what I was gonna talk about too, Latrice. So you say you had a friend of 20 years, she's emotionally needy. But if her man calls when we're together, she drops me to hang out with him, and then she gets mad when I avoid her. Oh my God, that's exactly what I was going to say. Okay, so for instance, if you got a man, okay, I understand you married or whatever, you got a man or like your man was already there before your friendship, then that's like one thing. But 20 years of friendship, so that's before that man. That's not acceptable. I was gonna say that if you've been friends with somebody, when men come along and you just want to um cut me off, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have nothing to do with me. And this is the thing too, it really reminds me. This one friend, right? Okay. The one that I know for years, the one I was just talking about. Okay. I swear to y'all, this is so crazy. Like her dude always go to jail, right? And when he was out, I never heard from her. Like I'd be like, let's meet up, you know what I'm saying? Like she would never want to come around to my house. She never wanted me around her man. That was another thing too. That's the same one. She never wanted me around her man. Not that I wanted to be around her man, but it was just like little things like you could tell. And so, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. I almost forgot what I was gonna say. My mind be doing that sometimes, y'all. But anyway, okay, so he be going to jail all the time. So when he out of jail, I never hear from her. I never hear from her at all. But when he's in jail, that's the first thing she do. She will call me and talk about everything that happened, talk about why he's in jail, and I would tell her the same damn thing. He ain't no good. You need to leave him alone. Da, 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 da. The same stuff. The stuff that obviously she don't want to hear, but I gotta tell her because I'm trying to keep it real with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Like if your man keep on going to jail, you know what I'm saying? He keep on, you know what I'm saying, hitting on that pipe, and he keep on, you know what I mean, violating probation. Then what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna go to jail. He not gonna be there. And it's just weird. Let's see. Yes, but she claims he's not shit and don't have time for his crap. But they good. I don't hear from her. But yeah, they always do that. They will always do that. Oh my God, especially yes. You tell them you're like, that he ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying, Latrice? You tell him he ain't good for you. Did she get all mad and upset? First, she'll probably agree when she upset with him. He ain't shit. Then you be in the he ain't shit mode too, right, Latrice? And then, so of course, so you her friend, you already mad, and then she make up with him, but you know what I'm saying? You still mad. You know what I mean? Let's see. When she mad at him, she harassed the hell out of me to hang out. Right? Yeah. Yep. Oh my goodness, man. This girl, man, get locked up. I get my blanket, I get my pillow, I get my kids. We finna come over there. Uh, for what? This is a repeated cycle. Like, for what? Like, it just comes to the point, like, she come out and be like, what, he in jail again? You know, like, no. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. And then I had somebody that was doing a fake friendship with me for a while. That's right. Yep. She was doing a fake friendship with me for a while, off and on. But her situation was like a little different, though, y'all. Cause when I met this girl, this is a weird story. When I met this girl, right, I was like 16 years old. She was like 25. Yes, I was like 16 years old, but at the time, I wasn't living at home. You know what I'm saying? I was already out on my own. And I came, to see my sisters. I came to my mom's house to, visit my sisters and whatnot. So it was this lady in there. And they talking, you know what I'm saying? They smoking or whatever. And I come in there, mom, like, this is my daughter, whatever. So I'm like, hey, what's up? So she was like, yeah, basically, y'all can hang out. Y'all closer in age. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she lived right next door. And her man was my mom's best friend cousin. So like my mom was like real cool with her man and like was comfortable with him. You know what I mean? So like I started hanging out with the girl, and right off the bat, like she was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like she was clingy, and like she wanted me to always do stuff for her. And one day she was like, it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, I want to show you something. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? And she like started showing me these pictures. And the pictures was like, you know what I'm saying, to her and some girls. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't have no clothes on. And they was doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was tripping out. I was like, dang, like I know what she trying to do, but I was just you know what I mean? I was like, I was shocked. So we were supposed to be going somewhere. So she kept telling me, she was like, I'm finna go take a shower. And then I'm like, mm-hmm. And I'm about like, damn, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say because this is an uncomfortable situation. I'm like, I'm about to go home. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm about to go take a shower. And I was like, okay. She was like, you not coming? I was like, no. I was like, absolutely not. It was so weird to me, y'all. And so like I didn't tell nobody. You know what I mean? Like I didn't say nothing. And then like I knew that like she liked me like that, but I felt like it was just so weird. But when we got older, or when I got older, I think I was like 18, and like I it was at one point where I really had nowhere to go, right? So I went to her house. I stayed at her house. She was staying there with her man. And so I had my baby. At the time I had a baby. So I was staying there. And then I was thinking like, okay, like she gonna be cool, everything gonna be cool. It was weird because she started that stuff again. Like it was weird. Hey, I don't know. I don't know if y'all ever like had a friend that, you know what I'm saying, like you be thinking they trying to be your friend, but they not trying to do that. Like that's happened to me more than one time. But anyway, so she said, or she had a friend named Lisa. She was telling me, she was like, you know, Lisa did some stuff with her or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, you know what I mean? So Like, we ended up like, what I'm saying, doing stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, to make a long story short, I had to watch out for stuff like that because you know what I'm saying. I'm like, um, there be people that literally they look at you and they see like romantic sense. They're like want to be romantic. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of just gotta watch that. It's like I just this right here was when I first met my husband. I met this chick, right? And she was pregnant and I was pregnant. And so we kind of felt, we had things in common, you know what I mean? Well, my husband was like, I know her. He was like, I know her. He was like, um, he was like, she's a lesbian. And I was like, she's not a lesbian. I was like, she's pregnant. How could she be a lesbian? It was like, she's a lesbian. I seen her with a girl. So I was like, dang. So I'm like kicking it with her, right? All of a freaking sudden, this girl was like, oh my God. So yeah, this is a weird situation, y'all. So all of a sudden, well, my husband starts seeing stuff. He's like, yeah, she's looking at your backside. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's doing that. So all of a sudden, yeah, she does come out and she tells me, she's like, yeah. She said she'd been in prison. That was different. She was like, yeah, I've been in prison. And then she was like, and she was really weird too. She was like, yeah, like she was a violent. She had like a lot of tattoos and stuff. But like, see, I didn't judge people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I should have been like a better judge of character. And she was like, one day she told me she was like, I like, stabbing people, and I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But yeah, she said she was in a relationship with this chick for like 5 years. They were like engaged. I was like, what the hell? Then she was like, when she got out of prison, that's when she started going with her dude. So I was like, dang, like she really ain't never been with no man before. So my husband keep telling me stuff. I'm like, nah. So like when we was pregnant, she was cool. Like she would just say little dumb stuff, like you know what I mean, like little flirty stuff, but like nothing like too much. You know what I mean? Just friendly. Like well, I wasn't really thinking. So, but she was like coming to my house every day. You know what I'm saying? She was bringing my son toys and all kind of stuff. She was bringing me baby clothes, y'all, baby girl clothes, and I'm thinking like, why is she sending bringing me baby clothes? I'm like, she's pregnant and she having a girl too. So I'm like, why is she giving me baby clothes? I was like, that's weird. Okay. She always want to be at my house, like all the time. And then when I had my baby, she came up to the hospital. And I was like, yeah, she's we went to go see the baby. And the nurse, I remember the nurse was like, yeah, you're the mother, whatever. And she's like, is the father here, whatever. And the girl tells the nurse, I'm the daddy. And I'm like, ha ha, you're funny, like whatever. I'm like, you're funny. So this girl, right? She literally, after we had a baby, she invited me to go to her house. She was like, yeah, her dude gonna be gone. This girl literally like scared the crap out of me. And like this time, like seriously, no, I ain't do nothing with her. You know what I'm saying? I was with my man and I'm like, nah. And that was kind of like the end of the friendship right there. That right there, because I was just like, like I'm in a serious relationship, but I'm like, I want friends, but I don't want friends that bad. Cause like, think about it. If I would have did that, y'all, like think about how awkward that would have been. The girl, she's already like dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was already like real clingy, like very clingy. Like she said she finna go get her hair done at the shop, and she want me to go with her. Like literally, she's talking about she finna go do whatever. She said, "I want you to come with me." You know what I mean? So I'm just like, but yeah, I was like, nah, because like, of course, like you know what I'm saying, I'm not finna mess on her with my man. But I was like, if I started thinking, like, if that happens, what if this girl gets crazy? What if she gets violent? What if she wants more? What if something, you know what I'm saying? Like all kinds of stuff. It's just weird. I don't know if anybody ever experienced that situation. I know that's kind of like going left, but I'm telling y'all, it'd be some crazy stuff. It'd be crazy. And I've seen that so much too. So it kind of makes me awkward because like me, like for me to be honest, for me to be friends with somebody, it's kind of like how you would be friends with a guy because like everybody I meet, it seemed like they about that. Like they trying to and I'm like, like you gotta respect that. Like some people don't understand. Even if it's a female, whatever. If you're in a relationship, it's like, come on, respect my boundaries, respect that. And some people will come into your life just to sabotage it. Have no good intentions for you. They come in strictly just to sabotage your life. Period, point blank. Now I've been running my mouth for what, 56 minutes? Yeah, for 56 minutes. I do want to come up with y'all with some more topics. I have a lot of other stuff that I do want to discuss. Um, so yeah, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and probably end this live because I've been talking for a while. Thank you for the comments, the trees, our conversation. I really enjoyed our conversation. HBIC, real ish. Thank you for your comment. See a lot of times too, y'all. That's why I'll be like, I don't know if I want to like go live like this. I know it's important to like interact with y'all, but sometimes then I just feel like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm talking and then it's just like I'm talking to the screen, nobody's saying anything. And I understand that it's kind of like, well, and I even told myself, well, they got to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't expect people to just want to jump in and throw comments at you or whatever and try to interact. You know what I mean? So I get that. But I do appreciate the comments. And I'm gonna keep on rolling and rocking. You know, it doesn't matter if I have, one person watching, two, three, whatever. It doesn't really matter. 'Cause it's just a bigger purpose at hand. You know what I mean? I just love talking about different things and I just do. I love learning things, new stuff. So I don't know what's gonna be our next topic. I really don't know. But I want to come with something real good. I want to come with with something really, really good. If y'all have any suggestions of like topics that we could talk about, we could go ahead and do that. Like I said, I do have a lot of stuff that I want to share with y'all. I think that it would be interesting. I think that I've come far enough to where I might be comfortable with sharing some of the things. And when I do share these things, I'm gonna probably say it too in the video. When I do share these things, you guys, that I've been through, yay! Welcome to the family, Latrice. Welcome to the family. Yes, let's just get this family rocking and rolling and growing. But yeah. So when I do tell y'all, like what I'm saying, like the things that I've been through, I want y'all to understand that I'm not saying it for like sympathy or anything like that. It's just like I just want to give you guys like my little story times. It helps me to talk about it. Before it was a time where I really couldn't talk about it. It was so traumatic. All the things. Um, I don't know. Maybe later because it's like four. I might give you guys like another. I might give you guys a story time, like a really deep story time, like little later, like probably like yeah, because tomorrow's like Memorial's Day and nobody's working, so probably like in a few hours, maybe like probably like in a few hours, I'll come back and I'll give you guys. Yeah, hit that notification bell. That is right, because you believe me, you want to stay tuned. But yeah, so like y'all, like yeah, if you guys want to like give your opinions on it and be like, oh, that's crazy, whatever. But like, I don't. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm doing good right now. You know what I'm saying? I get very good help. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm good right now. So um, I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I want to talk about it. Maybe somebody could relate. but it's some crazy ish. I'm telling y'all gonna want to put y'all notification bells on. Y'all gonna want to be ready because there's so much. I was just like, you guys, you know what? I'm writing a book. I had already been like sketching some stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. I actually have a coworker. Um, she wrote a book, and I got it's called. It's on Amazon. It's called. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna. I gotta get it. But anyway, it's called The Praying Hustler. So that sounds good. That sounds like a good. She's an author, a published author. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I've been so busy. I don't even know how that came into my head, but yeah. But anyway, um, yeah. So tonight I'm gonna go ahead and share some with y'all. But like I said, I'm doing good. It ain't for no sympathy. I welcome comments, like, you know what I'm saying, if you guys experience any of this stuff, you know somebody, or you just have your thoughts and opinions on it. You know what I mean? Um, there's other people I'll say, like, you know what I'm saying, we could pray for each other, like just in good or whatever. But there's other people that will need those prayers. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say, I'm sorry you went through this, I'm sorry you went through that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry too, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And so I just want to tell you guys, show you guys that, like, no matter what you've been through, you can always, like, get through it and achieve anything. People say that all the time, but I'm living proof. And you guys are in for a ride. You guys have no idea the stuff that that we're gonna be talking about. But anyways, yeah. So a little bit later, maybe like in about, see, I'm at AZ. I don't know, maybe like 7:30. So that'll be like Mountain Time, Arizona time. So yeah, I don't know what time. Maybe it'd be like 10:30 for y'all or something. I don't know. Maybe after you guys like get the kids settled and everything like that. But it'll still be on, because even if you guys have to do a replay on it, that's fine too. But anyway, this is the longest live, guys, that I've done. And now you guys see, you guys notice I got my stuff fixed up. I did my own thumbnail. Keisha, she's so fake. Show is. I did all the stuff. I figured it out by myself. I know that, like, some people are like, it ain't that hard, but like, anything that I accomplish or learn is very special for me. I soak up everything, you know? Maybe I'm kind of a weirdo, but that's fine, you know? I love it. It's all good. But anyway, you guys, thank you for listening to the stream. I love you guys so much. Latrice, welcome to the family. We're so excited to have you. Make sure you guys all press the like button. Make sure y'all all subscribe. You guys want to hit on the notification bell too, because I'm gonna be back later. We're gonna have late night. What am I gonna call it? I don't know. Late night story time confessions, or just whatever. Just like open up to y'all. And I know that there might be some people out there that are just gonna listen to it just so they can have something, you know, funny to talk about or something negative to say. And I so that was one thing too that kind of made me think, like, I don't know if I want to share it. I don't know, but I think it's important, you know what I'm saying, to be very open with you guys, and it's been helpful. Every time I talk about something, you're welcome, Latrice. Every time I talk about, like, stuff, it just makes me feel so much better. So yes, we're gonna be talking about it. So anyways, you guys, make sure you guys do all that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'll be back in a few hours. Yeah, y'all stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye, y'all.